This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Alright, let me take a look at my stuff. Katana. Katana left by Killer Peach. When she disappeared, the sword has taken the lives of the Sumi group men, but still gleams as if its grudge is still unresolved. Laughing Girl. An eerily laughing girl doll that appeared on the first floor hallway. Its face looks terrifying. On its feet it says G-I-R in smudged text. Hanging Rabbit. A rabbit plushie found hanging from the elevator ceiling. It showed up as if it had itself hanged. The long thread is part of the toy. Symbol Gorilla. A toy that appeared out of nowhere on the floor of the elevator hallway. It seems to be battery operated. It's unusual to see a gorilla model of this toy. Fire Report. Report on the cause of the fire in the Momoe department store. Most of it has been redacted. Part of it is still legible though, and it states the fire was arson. It started in the kids section. Okay. A mannequin. Going by its size, it must be for kids. They're soaked and scalded by the fire, but still manage to keep their shape somehow. But there's nothing worthwhile here. There's a puddle on the floor. It's surprisingly big. Most of the surrounding products are soaking wet. Yeah, the fire service went on just at the wrong time. Normal lights, nothing special about them. They're not on, probably don't have any power. With them off, the whole place is dark and gloomy. There's a lot of toys on display. Oops. Seems these are all toys marketed to little boys. A bunch of different products are on display. A bunch of cute plushies. They must be toys marketed to girls. Alright, let's head on to the next area. There it is, the ritual room. We step out into a wide burnt area. Looks like the fire was the worst here. Walls, floors, ceiling, everything's charred pitch black. According to the report, this children's plaza was where the fire started. It used to be a play area with equipment. There are chains on the ground. Is this where the demon Tsukuyomi ritual happened? Probably. Everything points to it, but that's also if it was even done at all. Papa, Mama, ask Santa for my Christmas presents, Kay. Promise I'm waiting. Again? Damn it, could they cut it out already? How many supernatural things does this make now? I've lost track. Well, just ignore it. Let's look around. Alright, let's see. Another jump scare. I'm on to you, game. Ah! Exclamation point, question mark. I shine the flashlight on the floor and several burnt corpses come into view. Hey, they're corpses. No, really, they were just there. It's hard to believe. Corpses that had been so vividly real a second ago had just vanished without a trace. Maybe the victim's grudge is so strong that they showed that to us? There's a black stain on some kind where one of the corpses had been. I move closer and reach out towards it. Ugh! Damn, my ears are buzzing loud enough that I'm getting vertigo. Must be the blood of the victims. But with so much blood there, how are you going to be able to, piece it together? Anyway, if we check this thing out. A mostly burnt vending machine. The sprinkler's rusted, so the thing's barely recognizable. I check the pickup slot and, something's there, and it's surprisingly not burnt. Yeah, we get D card number 9. One more to go. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Spirit Memoirs, 9 of 1, Kaguya doll. Congratulations for reviving all of Kaguya's games. You're exactly what I envisioned. Color me impressed. I've watched your triumphs from the sidelines, and I'm sort of all the info so far. First is Kaguya. I wonder if she can't pronounce Gu part of her name because she's a little girl. Let's refer to her as the Kaguya doll. Kaguya, yeah. 9-2. The cursed girl was sealed in the mirror of the prestigious Moroku family. The seal weakened every 10 years, and she could leave the realm of the dead for the present world. The ritual to seal her again was called Nagoshi no Gi, the same ritual which killed those little girls, I believe. But Kaguya isn't in the mirror. I suspect the ritual failed at some point. 9-3. Now the game, you've experienced these games of death. For you, the game ends if you survive a spirit encounter. How you survived was up to you, and when the spirit was gone, the cycle repeats until your death or she got bored. But the purpose of these games wasn't to kill you. She only wanted a playmate, like a child wanting attention. 9-4. Being a spirit without knowledge of love, she must have thought that was play. Who knows how she got the other spirits to listen? Perhaps magical similar to necromancy. I assume her way of hosting was to make them like fairy tales. A dull spirit that embodies the grudge of death. I have to say, Kaguya's game is very fitting. 9-5. But it doesn't appropriately reflect your efforts. This is an era where even Kaguya uses a phrase like NG. We could call it a necro game among ourselves, though you likely couldn't care less about the name. My apologies. At any rate, you survived NG and saved your sister. I wish you a happily ever after. I wonder why Kaguya was obsessed with you, D-Man. How the hell did D-Man hide a card here? Thoughts for another time. Right now, I gotta take care of Demon Tsukuyomi. Alright, anyway, yeah, that's the... Well, there is technically another card, or another, well, card-ish thing, but that's for the final chapter, so... A burnt bench that's fallen apart. If you go by the state of the bench, the fire was really bad. I look around the area, and I find a gun on the floor. Who needs courage when you have a gun? This gun. I think it's the one the arsonist had. Find something? I found the gun the arsonist had. What? I pick up the gun from under the bench and show it to her. Looks like it still works. Yeah. What do you do with it now? Preserve it as evidence? ... No. If the thing still works, it might come in handy when we're fighting the spirit. Doubt a gun will work on a spirit. Don't know till you try. Anyway, we better get evidence from Tomoko Yokiyama's house. Okay. I'll take it once we get out of this alive, so don't go losing it now. If worse comes to worse, you'll turn a blind eye to me shooting this, right? How do you even know how to shoot a shotgun? That actually takes a bit of training, because of the kick on most shotguns. Depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Hey. Obtain the shotgun. I squeeze it to make bad people go away. I search around the bench, but I don't see anything useful. It's a hole in the floor with water in it. Probably filled up when the sprinklers went off. It's clear enough water that the ceiling is reflected in it. Blackened chains are on the floor. Must have used these to make sure the hostages didn't escape. Yeah, the victims were trapped in chains. Gas was poured on them and then they were set on fire. Some grand ritual, sacrificing innocents just for his own ego. The venom in her words stops my tongue. Maybe I can learn something if I touch the chains. Might see more if there's blood on them. I'll take all the information I can get. Ah! The instant I touch them, my hand is scalded by searing heat. I quickly yank my hand back. What's wrong? The chains are still hot. You're kidding me. But the links look normal. Cool metal. The chains don't look hot at all, but I definitely felt heat when I touched them. Ow! Clearly not believing me, Amaname reaches out to touch the chain and gets burned. They really are hot. Yeah. The floor is crumbling from the heat of the fire. The burnt floor is in a pathetic state. There's a pile of ash everywhere. It's a remainder of something kids can ride. It's charred within an inch of its life and unrecognizable. Black stain in the floor is probably the victim's blood. Even just looking at it makes my ears buzz so much I want to puke. Guess that just shows how strong the grudge of those who died here is. Anything else? Okay. Oh, one more. It's a puddle that was probably made when the sprinklers went off. The water is water in it's so cloudy I can't even see my reflection. I see. Okay. Let's see. We need to do. Okay. I think we've examined everything. So. Oops. All right. Now we need to do blood metry on this one. I slowly reach out with my fingers to the blackened blood stain on the floor. I'm scared, help me! Why is that in English? What in the world are you thinking? What will this even accomplish? It's not too late to... Shut up, idiot. This is the most important part. It's the department store before it was burned, but something's off. A man with a cigarette hanging from his mouth looks down at several adults chained together. On his arm are some familiar-looking mouths. Between him and the adults is a kid. Looks like he's soaked in something. The plastic container on the floor makes it pretty obvious what that something is. Masaru. What are you gonna do with Masaru? So this kid's name is Masaru, huh? That's my name too. Maybe that'll make Mom happy. You asshole! The man with the scarf tries to jump forward, but the two others grab onto him. Don't move, he'll kill us too. Just endure it, I don't want to die. Let me go, Masaru! Papa, Mama, help me! Oh, Masaru. Yeah. Shall we get started? Mom's waiting after all. I think I'll start with this kid. He plucks a cigarette from his mouth and turns the fiery tip towards the kid. Cry loudly for me, okay, Masaru? For Demon Tsukuyomi's sake. Demon Tsukuyomi, please come here. Demon Tsukuyomi, please grant my wish. Please, my mom. Damn, I feel sick. You're scowling, Akira. Did you see something? I tell Amaname and Ue about the tragedy that happened here. A demon Tsukuyomi ritual sacrificing a bunch of families. The man laughing horribly as he did it. I could barely even say the words. ... Then the demon Tsukuyomi ritual was what he was really after, huh? Looks like it, yeah. The granted wish needed to be proportional to the value of the burned object, so he burned living humans. Kadima, you said the arsonist was a man, yeah? Yeah, in his 30s maybe. Said his name was Masaru, and he had mouths on his arms. Mouths? It's Kakiya's curse. Better explain. I tell her about the horrifying mouths that appear on me and Aunt Natsumi. In other words, the arsonist might have been caught up in Kakiya's game? Yeah, most likely. ... Gah! Countless mouths surface and begin cruelly laughing. It's almost the finale of the tale. Demon Tsukuyomi, please grant my wish. Shit, I don't have much time left. Is the curse progressing? Yeah. Not good. ... He falls silent, thinking about something. What's gotten into you? The curse won't stop until you defeat the spirit. Yeah. Then what we need to do is find it, yeah? Yeah. Then it's time to throw the chips all in. We're calling Demon Tsukuyomi. Sure you're saying we gotta perform the Demon Tsukuyomi ritual? Exactly. That's our only choice? There's no other way to escape the curse other than doing something about the Demon Tsukuyomi. Time's running out. Gotta take a gamble. It's like I'm tightrope walking over a chasm. Actually, I'm always being backed up to the edge of a cliff. We can summon Demon Tsukuyomi if we have chains, 2 hand mirrors, and something to burn. We've already got the chains here, so we just need the mirrors and a fire starter. I should have brought that compact mirror. Ue, you're a working professional. Don't you have a hand mirror or something? Don't look at me, sorry. I battle with my wits, not my looks. Not much looks, yeah, I can see why. You're kidding. What about something to start a fire? I don't smoke, but I got the lighter on me. Huh. We just need something to burn then. Nothing for it. I'll have to look around. What's this song? It's Jingle Bells, lady. I can barely make it out, but it sounds like Jingle Bells. But yeah, why isn't it in English? I guess so we can understand the player, like, for this translation. This song was playing in the vision I saw. Demon report's been updated. 8:20, Demon Tsukuyomi, rumored notes 4. Got a vision of the scene of the fire. Like everyone thought, it was arson. Demon Tsukuyomi ritual performed with victims as sacrifice. This is Momoe, site of fire. Saw a ghost of the victim. How to replicate the Demon Tsukuyomi ritual? The chains? Object to burn? What about the joined mirrors? Let me guess it's got to play the whole time now. Now let's go back. Alright, now I need to find something to start a fire, so... Better check the display toys. I could probably use this for the ritual. I pull a slightly burnt hand mirror out from among the toys. It's burnt, but the mirror part looks fine. Obtained burnt hand mirror. What's this? He shows me a stick he found among the products on display. Who knows? The tip's melted. Might come in handy. Alright, got melted stick. There's a bunch of blue other plushies on display. I don't look they don't look like it, but most are wet to the touch. So wet that I kind of don't want to shove any of them into my bag. Huh? There's something red between a few of the animals. I grab it. What's a flare doing here? It was between soaked plushies, so it's also wet, making it unusable. But it's definitely a flare with the ones on the floor by the elevator. We could have used that if it wasn't wet. Yeah. Sighing, I put it back. Whoops. No, I didn't mean that, so... still nothing. Yeah. Bunch of toys for little boys. Hey, think you could use these gloves? For what? How should I know? When does your brain ever work? Anytime I'm in a pinch. Anyway, received the rider gloves. I find a toy robot nearby that still looks normal. Normal enough, anyway. Obtained burnt robot. What are you going to use that for? Don't know. When does your brain ever work? Yeah, touche. When it needs to. Here's hoping. Sometimes this game can have clever writing every once in a while. I look around a bit more, but everything else is burnt beyond recognition. I don't think anything else has a unique... that's not worthwhile. Okay. I mean, I know what I need to grab, but I'm just curious what it all says sometimes. Okay, it's all... We've already got that. Okay. Alright, let's grab those flares. We could use those flares for the ritual, but they're too wet to use. They're rolling everywhere, so let's see if any still work. Sure. I check each flare on the ground to see if they can be used for the fire needed for the ritual. So, find any good ones? Nope, they've all been used before. Oh well. Yeah, nuts. Alright. Forgot everything, but I couldn't find anything to burn. If we could just use that flare, we just need the gunpowder inside. Hey, I found a flare by that spot where you found that stick toy. It can't be used, but it was laying around in such an odd place. Maybe there'll be more in other spots? True, some might even be usable. But one ain't going to be enough. We'll need a bunch of them. Got it. Guess I'll go back and double check where I've already looked. Alright, back to the department. Alright, let's examine those plushies again. Oh. Sorry, I kind of skimmed past it. Sorry, as a ghost appeared again. Boo, scary. Sorry about that, folks. I was just kind of... See, I probably missed quite a few jump scares by not, or scares by not going straight, examining the whole room every time I went into a new one again. Because I'd always go straight to the solution. All I found so far are wet flares, but I may as well try again. Want to take another look? Yeah, there might be spots that aren't wet. We search every nook and cranny for the spot that's dry. Aha! There's a dry patch behind some of the plushies. I push an animal aside and see one with a big hole in its back. A red tube pokes out of it. Found one that looks like it still works. Obtained a flare. Hey, nice work. Just like Amanami thought. But why are there flares all over? Beats me. Probably lit by the arsonist. There's no way to understand people like that. ... Now, keep looking elsewhere. Once we call Demon Tsukuyomi, the truth will come to light.
了解
On it! Now let's grab another flare. I check all around and on the mannequin in kid's clothes. You found anything? Nope. Ooh. Hey, I found one over here. There is one. Alright, got another flare. Keep looking for others. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. There are clothes on display. I search around the display. How about that? I found one that looks usable. Attained another flare. The rest of this is just clothes, huh? You put it in your bag. I'll tag you with police tape. Wasn't gonna touch them. They're past toys, though. They're past clothes, right? Wouldn't they be out of fashion by the time they got to the future anyway? Anyway. A Christmas tree. I check around the tree. There's a flare in the pot. Found the one that looks like it still works. Obtained the flare. Nice work. Keep looking for others. Let's see. Yep, got back up. Okay. Okay, let's see. The other one is... I think it's this thing. I check out the playground equipment. There are 3 flares around it. Here's hoping these are still okay. I pick each one up and check if they can be used. 2 are out of the 3 are too burnt, but the last seems like it could still work. I wish all of them were good. At least it wasn't a total bust. Found one! Obtained a flare. Hey, nice work. Keep looking for others. Actually, I think we found all the flares we can. Okay. How many that's meek? I count the flares in my bag. 5. Some are kind of damp, but we only need the gunpowder inside them. With the flame, they'll dry up right up and ignite. Guess I'll start preparing for the ritual then. What's this? The mouths are getting bigger. The screams from the mouths pierce my brain. The day has reached happily ever after. Yomi, demon, Tsukuyomi, demon, Tsukuyomi, demon, don't open, don't open, don't open, don't open! Demon Tsukuyomi, demon Tsukuyomi, demon Su, please grant my wish, please grant my wish, please! Almost, huh? All that's left to do is the ritual. Call demon Tsukuyomi and defeat it. Alright, anyway, let's deal with this chain. We need the chain first. Let's use those rider gloves that we got. Flares. One of the many emergency flares placed all over the Momoi department store, likely by the arsonist. They have special gunpowder and can be lit if they haven't gotten wet. Burnt robot. A burnt robot found in the merchandise shelves for boys. If the button on the chest is pressed, it emits the sound of weaponry. Boom! Ratat! Rider gloves. Branded item found in the merchandise shelf for boys. They're made of thick faux leather and could be used as a batting gloves or even pot holders. Melted stick. Branded items found in the merchandise shelves for girls. The label reads, Magical Girl J. Looks like it's a character from an anime. Magical Girl Sami? No, not quite, but... Burnt hand mirror. A partially burnt hand mirror found in the girls' department. Because the mirror has been warped, the reflections it shows are a bit distorted. Shotgun. Shotgun found by a bench in the kids area. Might have been used by the arsonist. It still has ammo and may still work as a weapon. Katana. Katana left by Killer Peach when she disappeared. The sword has taken the light... Oh, right, I read that before. Never mind. Anyway, we need to use the rider gloves on the chain because it's hot. I pull the rider gloves out of my bag and put them on. Hesitantly, I touch the chain. How is it? They're not hot. I can carry them this way. I maneuver the chains into a circle. Is this okay? I think so. The chains are ready now. Alright, so that's done. So now we need to examine the middle of the floor and put a flare down. Doesn't matter which one. Break down the flares and leave just the gunpowder on the floor. We'll need multiples so it burns longer. Exactly. I take out the flares and tear them apart. I'll help you. Or sorry, I'll help you. It's way too much effort, but at least it's worth it. We managed to gather quite a bit of gunpowder. Should be plenty now. Hurry and get the other stuff ready. Okay. And then we need to check this pool of water. And then we use the hand mirror on that one. Because we need a reflection to mirror, so the reflection of the water is technically a mirror. So I take the burnt hand mirror and put from my bag and try holding it to the puddle. The puddle is reflected in the mirror, and the mirror is reflected in the puddle. That should work for joining Miura's part. Okay, that's it. So, alright. I'm ready to do the Demon Tsukuyomi ritual. All I need to say is the magic words. What should I wish for? Lifting your curse is probably a good idea. Yeah, I'll go with that then. Time to light the gunpowder from the flares. Once it's burning, I close my eyes. Demon Tsukuyomi, Demon Tsukuyomi, please come here. Making a silent wish for the curse on me to be released, I call forth the Demon Tsukuyomi. ... What feels like an eternity of silence passes. Suddenly the room darkens and I feel cold. Everything is enveloped in a strange stillness. Almost like I'm the only person in the whole world that as that feeling settles over me. Why aren't you lovely? Actually, you look like that. The ball of bodies from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I forgot what that was called again. But this has eyes, so totally the same. Exclamation point, question mark. A small clump of flesh appears out of thin air. Weird lumps grow rapidly all over until it's suddenly a huge mass of flesh. This is the Demon Tsukuyomi? It's completely disgusting. My whole body shudders. I can't say I expected this. Run home to mommy if you're scared. Like hell I will. Can't leave you alone after coming this far. ... Then know you're stuck with me until it's over. Ugh. Some kind of dark surge attacks me. It roils like burning hatred. It tastes like burning. Shit, what am I supposed to do? Grant, like a wish? But what wish am I supposed to grant? I was super excited for it. What? Looking forward to what? Do you understand? Don't you think the face that said that sounded like a little kid? Now that you mention it, the grant once sounded like an adult. Exactly. So a parent wanted to grant a kid's wish? Something a kid wants from their parents? No clue what it'd be, though. We don't have anything else to go on. It's up to us to figure out the rest. So a parent wants to grant a kid's wish. If I can grant that, then... Alright, so each of these faces have like something to give, basically, is what this thing means, so... Pew pew boom bang! Actually, I'll just do them in the order since I have to do all these anyway, so, okay. So this one. Buy me a big monkey, please! So we need to give him the symbol gorilla for this one. Handed the symbol gorilla to the lower right face. ... No reaction at all, huh? No idea if I got it right or not. Why don't you just give something to all of them first? Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay. I want Jennifer! Okay, so that's the laughing girl for that one. Laughing girl to the upper right face. Dot dot dot. No recognition again. Reaction again. Maybe I need to give thanks to all the faces first, like Amaname said. Alright, so this one. Grant my wish, Mom, please. Alright, we need. I don't know how you're supposed to really figure this one out, but we need to give her the melted stick. So. Dot dot dot. No reaction again. Okay, yep, same thing as before. And then this one, the bamboo pang. That one's easy. That one's the robot. Dot dot dot. I've given something to every face. All I can do now is wait for a reaction. Yay, a symbol gorilla. Thanks, Dad. One of the faces cries out excitedly. Whoa. You did it, buddy. It's too early to celebrate. I sound grim, but we haven't heard the other faces' reactions yet. It's Jennifer. Thank you so much, Mom. Apparently, I got the second face right, too. Yeah, it's a Kaiser robot. Kaiser Punch! The third face also yells excitedly. Just one more. Mom? Mom? This isn't Mom. Huh? Right when I thought we were in the clear, Demon Tsukuyomi goes berserk. Chains come flying at us. Shit! Ugh! You okay, Amaname? Yeah, just barely. Damn it, we can't do anything when we're like this. Run! I make a break for it. Amaname and Ue at my heels. Seems like that angry face was the only wrong one. So what do we do? Well, if we knew what it wanted. That's the one that was all Mom this and Mom that, yeah? Yeah. Demon Tsukuyomi doesn't sound very far away. Must be chasing us. We better get out of here. Where can we go? Use the elevator, go back to where we were. We'll figure out what it wants in the meantime. May as well, we got no other choice. Barreling into the elevator hall, I run straight to the door and press the button. What? What's the matter? Hurry and open it. I pushed it, but it won't open. I jam my thumb on the button again and again, but the thing still doesn't open. Has it caught up to us? No, I don't see it. Even when I do, it'll be far enough away that we can get the door open. The pep talk is appreciated, but if we stay stuck like this, we'll be up shit creek. God damn it! Fine, if you're gonna be that way. The stupid door is pissing me off. I grip the edges and try to force it open. Gah! Realizing what I'm trying to do, Ue jumps in to help me out. It fights us, and we haven't made much progress before the demon Tsukuyomi appears. It's not very far away. Shit, I was careless. Hey, hurry it up, Akira. This rate, we're gonna die. Open up. Terror gives me the extra strength I need, and the door cracks open. Yes! I slip my hand to the crack and force it open. Open! Alright, go! Get inside! Amaname runs in, followed by Ue. Once I'm sure they made it, I slip inside too. It's a ghost. Shouldn't it be able to just phase through it? Anyway, close the door now! Ue smashes a button on the panel. It's no use. The door won't close because it's caught on Demon Tsukuyomi. You're giving up after we made it this far? Move! Ah! With a roar, I kick Demon Tsukuyomi with all my might. The heat burns the sole of my shoe, filling the elevator with the smell of burnt rubber. The Spirit retreats just enough that the door manages to close. Whoa, nicely done, Kojima. Phew. Huh? We're going up. Seems slow. I hope we can go back down. That's up to luck. At least we're safe for now. I don't know if I should say this, but kicking a spirit is such a you thing to do. Shut up. You try to shoot one with a gun. A gun, huh? Obviously not a real one. Just a model gun with some slight modifications. Extremely slight. Ooh. Oh, something to look forward to after we survive this. You can give me all the juicy details later. I'll wring you out to dry. Ugh. Now I'm in for it. Give me a break, detective. Luckily for us, the elevator connects to Moon Tower's roof. We rush out onto the terrace. Blood Moon. The hell's up with the moon? After we left the department store, we should be back at Moon Tower. Did the demon Tsukuyomi do this? Damn, we won't get away that easily, huh? If the demons got control of this place, then it'll probably be here soon enough. What do we do, Akira? I can't just poof ideas out of thin air, you know. ... We just got to do something about that girl's face, right? Which face? You know, the one that was all this isn't bombers or whatever. All the others seem set to fight. What do they mean by saying they want their mom? Do we need to set up our lovely detective as a mom figure or something? I'm shit at acting. A cell phone vibrates, breaking the silence. Whoa, that's me. She pulls out her phone from her pocket. It's Bon. Maybe Okiyama's things revealed something. Hey, it's me. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. What? You serious? So he's on there too? Nah, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. If there's nothing else, I gotta go. We gotta go. Our hands full at the moment. We'll talk more later. Bye. What do you mean? Who is there? You're not gonna tell us, are you? I can't believe it. You seem excessively shocked over something. Got some amazing info or what? Yep, it's a doozy. Remember the name that was scratched off that memorial there? Well, that name was Masaru Ishimaru. Wait, Ishimaru was the president of Sumi. Yep, and Masaru is Noboru Ishimaru's second son. But that's not all. According to Okiyama's notebook, Masaru Ishimaru was the one who caused the fire. What, seriously? That's just Okiyama's own conclusion after she conducted an investigation alone. The gun found at the scene couldn't have belonged to just any random schmuck. That's what caused her to be suspicious of Masaru. He was notorious for his violence and his habit of abducting people. Dad's influence prevented him from ever getting arrested though. So if he was the arsonist, then the one who sacrificed all those people for the demon Tsukuyomi ritual was... Yeah, it had to be him. Masaru Ishimaru. The thin man with a gun who I saw standing in the kids' plaza during my vision must have been Masaru Ishimaru. Why did they repeat that multiple times as if we're morons? Anyway, don't let his father off the hook though. He knew what the son would like to do, so he must have guessed who the arsonist was. And he still added his son's name to the list of the victims without ever batting an eye. Counted as a victim, it's harder to investigate him. Plus, it buys a whole lot of sympathy too. So they're both pieces of shit. Yep, complete garbage. Guess someone agreed because the name of the memorial is scratched out. If Ishimaru died in the fire, then he's probably part of Demon Tsukuyomi too. That means even in death, the victims are stuck with the guy who killed them. And if we beat them, the victims should rest in peace. How do we do that? ... That's her department. Thanks a lot, lady. So much for we. Before we beat him, we gotta find him. I think he's gotta come to us. Yep, he will come to us. Hey, Akira, I think we're out of time. Man, you're a persistent bastard. How did it follow us? How the fuck should I know? But now that it has, there's only one thing to do. Finish it here and now. Masaru Ishimaru should be in that thing somehow. If I find him... Alright, let's check this out again. I'm scared, Mom. No. There's a memorial again. Stone memorial built in the a stone memorial built in the honor of the fire. Only Masaru Ishimaru's name has been cut out. Anyone else? Oh, there's this one. Help me, Mom! No, don't want to do anything with that. No, there's this one too. Dad, it's hot, so hot! Okay, nope. Mommy! Alright, we want to use the katana on this one. I stared down at the katana in my hand. That blade's all we got. The sword I got from Killer Peach should work against our mortal enemy, Masaru Ishimaru. Now, just to figure out which one you're slashing. Sorry if I get it wrong. Huh, we'll die together then. Amaname's resolve bolsters my own determination, and I run towards Demon Tsukuyomi. What's that sword? I point the sword at the Demon Tsukuyomi, and it lets out a terrified yelp. You're Masaru Ishimaru. It's terrified, and it should be. It draws a smirk out of me, and I confidently heft the weapon. I dash forward, aiming at Ishimaru's face. Demon Tsukuyomi hurls countless chains at me, the dangerous metal flying every which way. Instincts blaring, my body senses the chain's trajectories. I dodge every last one of them. Die, Ishimaru! Once close enough, I push hard off the ground and jump high into the air. I slash the katana from bottom to top. Ishimaru flinches in fear. Blood splurts everywhere, getting all over me. Huh? For a second, a familiar place flashes in view. I'm sure that's... there's no time for that right now. I've got to do something about him. Alright, obtained blackened blood. Made it flinch, and that's it. Guess physical attacks won't take it down. Any other ideas, Amaname? My only thought of how to destroy spiritual stuff is to use something supernatural, or perform some kind of ritual. But we can't do that kind of stuff. Then all we got left is to listen to his wish. Don't be stupid. There's no way in hell we need to grant his wish. Then what are we supposed to do? ... She bites her lip and falls silent. I'm sure she knows. But it's impossible to bring herself to allow it since the fire was how she lost her family. Out of nowhere, the spirit starts moaning. Carve, 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 carve. Is it saying carve? But I have no idea what that means. Do I really have to grant Masaru Ishimaru's wish? Time's running out. Whatever I do, my best chance is while it's still stunned. Time's running out. Gotta do something while it's still stunned. Carve. Think of what that could mean. It's that or grant Ishimaru's wish. Alright, let's see. This is the only way to defeat him. Hey, Masaru Ishimaru, what's your wish? Kojima! Shut it, at this rate we're dead meat. I'm gonna survive no matter what it takes. Ugh. My wish. Yeah, what is it? Tell me. My wish is... I hold my breath. To bring my mom back to life. What the hell? Kojima. That's why? That's why you sacrifice people for the ritual? Oh, hurry and bring Mom back. Bring Mom back to life. Okay, anything else? Nope, okay. Anyway, want to do the memorial? The memorial, huh? It was made to comfort the victims. Huh, to comfort them. Hey, don't you think that's kind of like a magic ritual? Now that you mention it, yeah. But what do we do? The thing's already built, so it's achieved its purpose. That's the problem, huh? But if all goes well, Demon Tsukuyomi might rest in peace. Alright, well anyway, we need to use the blackened blood on that. I touch the blackened blood staining my cheek. The darkened blood brings those words to mind suddenly. Carve. Carve. The blank spot in the memorial. What's the matter? Not exactly the best time to be mumbling to yourself. Nothing. Just thinking we might need to engrave something in that blank space on the memorial. Something? Oh! A name! Yeah, exactly. We need to add a name. But the problem is... whose name? Yeah. The problem is, whose name should we should engrave in the blank spot? Alright, so it needs to be Tomoko Okiyama, the lady, the Killer Peach. So I write a name with blackened blood on my finger. Someone whose strong grudge made her a spirit. She should be listed as a victim too. Tomoko Okiyama. Who is that? The name of a woman who lost her husband and child in the fire you set. She was killed by your old man when she tried to reveal the truth about behind the fire. So what? Damn it, he doesn't even care. Was Killer Peach Okiyama not the right name? What? Someone I don't know inside me. What are you? What are you going to do to me? Justice is served. I heard that voice somewhere before. The mythological Momotaro must have been guided by the name written on this memorial, crossing time and space to exterminate evil. Yeah. And with that, you get the Demon Tsukuyomi Annihilation unlocked trophy. The wind blows across the roof and the Demon Tsukuyomi dissolves. Are those grateful cries from people mixed in with the sound of the wind? I knew it! Mama really is Momotaro! A child's voice pipes up from among them, proudly boasting about their mother. The ominous scarlet moon vanishes and the sky reverts back to normal. I take it your curse was lifted, if your expression is anything to go by. Yeah, I guess I managed to survive again. Demon Tsukuyomi disappeared, but didn't leave a pool of blood behind. Guess that makes sense. I already got on me out. Speaking of blood. Blood flew out when I cut the Demon Tsukuyomi with a katana. It was only a flash, but I saw a vision of the attic in the Moroku residence. Why did that place appear? Better check it out. I touch the blade at my clothes and concentrate. Wow, nice work there. First thing I hear is a young man's voice. It's the arsonist, Masaru Ishimaru. That was captivating, truly. Guess going full criminal to kidnap a kid really was worth it after all. Masaru, I allowed you to watch, but if you continue to say things like that, I'll have to ask you to leave. The man in white monk robes replies coldly. His voice sounds familiar, too. It's gotta be Yakumo Moroku, the author who turned girls into dolls. Don't be like that, old man. Without my pop's power, you'd be behind bars right about now. Yes, I'm extremely grateful to Noboru. It's entirely due to the Ishimaru family's cooperation that I'm able to fulfill my duty. That Negoshi no Gi ritual or whatever, yeah? Sounds like a mouthful. Why not shorten it to NG? That sounds like a name a child would choose. Masaru, please refrain from saying anything that draws the interest of the Kaguya doll. The seal is in the process of weakening. She may be listening at this very moment. Ooh, now that's scary. You better hurry up and finish making her playmate. Huh? Hey, what's that? This... since I'm the last successor of the Moroku family, it's just junk now. I suppose you being a wrinkly old man means you're not interested in getting it on anymore. Ha! It would look that way. It looked that way to you. Ever since I lost the power of my hands in an accident, I've given up on ordinary happiness. What do you mean by power of your hands? Each of my hands held a special power. The power to bestow was one of them. I would use it to bestow spiritual power onto that doll and give it to her. So does that mean, because you lost your power thing, that's why you have to make these dolls? ... It's up to you whether you believe me or not. I believe you. I love stories like that. Anyway, what about you, Masaru? What about you, Masaru? What about me? Will you marry and have a happy family? No, Baru would surely be pleased if you had a child. Would Mom be happy in heaven too? ... You're still hung up on Yoko, huh? Of course I am! Pops only shoves money at me. Mom actually loved me. She's my everything, even now, forever. I always wanted to relive that time when Mom was around. I see. At Ishimaru's strange outburst, Moroku stops and frowns. It would be nice to go back to the past you long for. By the way, old man, you write scary fairy tales, yeah? So that means you're an expert on the occult? Yes, to some extent. What about it? I want to ask you something. Could you tell me about the demon Tsukuyomi thing? Dun dun dun. What? That was... The arsonist Ishimaru abducting girls in Yukumo. Moroku turned each of them into dolls. It lines up with what was written in the Nagoshi no Gi book I found at the Black Rabbit. Plus that strange doll Ishimaru grabbed. That was the doll I picked up at the Moroku residence. You look serious, Akira. Did something happen? No, it's nothing. I'm still trying to process everything I just saw. There's no way I can explain it right now. Well then, we survived that by the skin of our teeth, but we can take a breather later. Let's get the hell out of here before someone finds out we broke in. Alright, let's go. We're not gonna go someplace weird again, are we? It'll be fine, probably. If the demon Tsukuyomi was the one causing time to reverse, then we shouldn't be led to the scene of the fire again. I press the button for the first floor and the elevator quietly starts moving. The elevator reaches the first floor without any issues. Phew, we made it back alright. Come on, we don't have time to be standing around. Let's get going. Ue makes it clear that she wants to be out of this place so we leave. Phew, we should be safe here. Good job, you two. Sheesh, I'm exhausted, and that's no joke. I want to sleep like a log. Or a dog. In a bog. ... Hey, what's that face for? Something's bugging me. What exactly was that demon Tsukuyomi we saw? That's an incredibly vague question. It was probably a mixture of all the people who died in the fire. No, I get that, but the demon Tsukuyomi ritual itself existed way before the fire, right? It's not really related to the fire at all. Huh, yeah, that's true. So basically you're wondering whether we face the real demon Tsukuyomi. More or less. We were originally trying to summon the demon Tsukuyomi, and then that thing appeared. First, let's sum up what we know. The arsonist Masaru Ishimaru burned humans alive in an attempt to summon demon Tsukuyomi. His wish was to revive his late mother. Talk about crazy cult maniacs.
She's also the late wife of President Ishimaru of the Sumi Group. She's still quite dead. I can confirm that when I was investigating the Sumi Group.
In other words, his wish to the demon Tsukuyomi wasn't granted.
That's what I that mean, yeah. ... This is just a theory, but maybe a wish was granted, except it wasn't Ishimaru's wish.
So whose was it?
The victims that Ishimaru killed. The voices of the 24 victims would have been louder than Ishimaru's voice, and in an extreme situation like that, they would have all been wishing the same thing.
I don't want to die, huh?
Exactly. And on its own warped way, the demon Tsukuyomi granted that wish, creating the demon Tsukuyomi that we saw, I guess.
So the rumor about the demon Tsukuyomi granting wishes was true?
Well, if my theory's right, that demon Tsukuyomi could have also just been a completely unrelated ball of rage, and nobody wishes were granted during that fire.
Which would mean the rumors about the demon Tsukuyomi were false.
Even so, believers in the occult would just deny it. They claim the value of the sacrifice wasn't high enough or something.
Yeah, 24 people being killed isn't high enough, huh? In the end, people are going to believe what they want to believe. There's no such thing as a correct answer.
Well, it's about time we split up. This ain't a good time for Myers to be walking around.
Yeah, I guess I'll head home. Thanks for everything, Uwe.
That's surprisingly decent coming from you. Have you fallen for me?
I don't think so, lady.
Huh, I'm just joking. By the way, Kojima, how did Ami's examination go?
Actually, I think that's the final choice for in the game for like reactions from people. I think after that there's no more, if I remember correctly. And if you choose all the positive faces of your main character, and if you see a positive face on the character's profile when they talk to you, it'll unlock extra pages on the profile page for characters if you were nice to everyone. So, just for those who are curious. Oh yeah, I never told you. They found some abnormalities in her brainwaves, so she's under examination until tomorrow.
That's so. I hope Natsumi gets better soon so they can go back to their normal lives.
Yeah, me too. If Aunt Natsumi's coma is because of Kaguya's curse, then Ami's not getting her normal life back until I do something about Kaguya.
Alright, I'm heading out. See you guys.
Uwe disappears in the direction of Shinza Station.
I think I'll say my goodbyes here too. My hotel room's right by Shinza Station.
So you're still not going home, huh?
I can't. Not while you could end up getting suddenly cursed again like you did today.
Amaname seems completely fine, but I've constantly been causing him trouble for these past few weeks, including what happened to Maruhashi.
What's the matter? You started staring at me?
At first I didn't want to get him involved, but if he hadn't been there to help me, I never would have survived this long. I really caused you a lot of trouble. Sorry.
Like I care. It's my job to back you up. You're all brawn and no brains. If I left you alone, you'd be the one in trouble.
Guess we're in the same boat. You're forgetting who saved you back when the gang was going to kidnap you back in elementary school?
Huh, did you forget who introduced you to the underground matches when you needed cash?
And you're forgetting high school when... Man, we could keep this going forever.
Seriously. Well, I'm going to get going. See you later.
The Monomaid disappears down a bustling street. Now that I think of it, a lot of people have helped me get this far. I gaze up at the night sky for a while, picturing all the people who've helped me. Ue character file updated. Kojima character file updated. Wait, I got Ue's profile to upgrade? I guess getting pissed off at her is the correct options for her, I guess. Yeah, whoever you chose the right options for when he says that, yeah, their character files will get updated if you chose the positive or the best reactions for each character. But I guess it was just me and her. That's kind of funny, actually. Guess I'll get going myself. That is really funny, actually. I forgot that being pissed off at Ue gets her a response. Anyway, I go to the station and quickly hop on the last train heading to Kasuji. After arriving at Kasuji Station, which is deserted this hour, I head to my apartment. Probably what I'll do is maybe do a bonus episode, or the final episode I'll do what happens if you have the best reactions with everyone or something like that, like what their profiles say. But let me show you what it... Whoops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Go to profiles and go to Ue here. Yeah, I haven't... I might save all the rest of the profiles for the last episode. These are already. Yeah, it has like before. Well, yeah, it even has let me go to another character really quick. Yeah, you see how there's only just his information, but if you get everyone's if you get the right response from the person, you get like their measurements, their date of birth, blood type, stuff like that. And then you get their what their abilities are. Even though there's no stats in the game, so I don't know why there's a stat thing. But I'll go over this when I do like the final episode or whatever. So. And then we have a little bonus thing for ourselves here. You get yours no matter what. So. But anyway. Okay. Let's get back to the apartment. Yeah, I'm still surprised I got Ue's. One more text from the D-Man. A text? I open up the message. 820-23XX D-Man. D-Mail 10. How are you? It's D-Man. This will be my final message. I admire your dedication for finding my analysis reports. I'd like to personally thank you, my true comrade. If you don't mind, come to the graveyard's entrance. Okay. I'm finally going to get to see his face. Graveyard. Probably the one not far from here. Choosing not to go home, I instead head to the place he mentioned. If you end up not getting all the D cards, you get a text from D-Man, basically shrugging you off because you didn't play his game or whatever, and then you just go back to the apartment. This is the spot D-Man said to be. Doesn't look like he's here yet. Calls me out but doesn't bother to be here, huh? I'm under no obligation to wait. Going home is starting to sound like a good idea. Just then. A man's voice whispers in my ear. I spin around, but no one's there. Straining my ears, I try to sense his presence, but all I hear is the wind. Just my imagination, I guess. I turn back towards the graveyard. And he's standing there in front of me. Well, I mean, it makes sense he's a spirit, because didn't he say in one of his letters that something killed him? Anyway, so this is the elusive D-Man. Ashen face, unfocused eyes, a bloodstained shirt, and an aura that can't possibly be human. Is he dead? I study him as he slowly approaches me. Hello, did I scare you? Well, not really, but you did, you bastard. Whoa now, looks like you've had enough of spirits for one lifetime. Haha, excuse me. And while apologizing, please allow me to say how nice it is to meet you. This is the first time we've met, but he's been so friendly with me, like I'm a long-lost pal. Guess he's taken a liking to me after sending all those texts. My real name is Hiro Orotama. Sorry to meet you like this, but in life I was the desk editor for OOP Arts Monthly. Desk man, so D-Man. I want to express my thanks to you, but I also have one thing I want to confirm. His cheerful voice suddenly turns serious. It's about my writings. You have always seemed so interested in them. To the point, what do you truly want to do? That's what I want to know. Who do you truly wish to become? I pray that you don't disappoint me. Uh-oh. Anyway, we want to explore the untapped world. Unknown. I want to explore the untapped world. That was written on the first D card I found. I bet he wanted me to become a fellow explorer of the untapped world. That's gotta be the answer he's looking for. Oh, wonderful! You're exactly the man I expected. From now on, the untapped world will welcome you. You can fail this, but you don't get the final reward from him if you fail it. Kojima, I'm glad I was able to meet you today. Thank you for everything. I have one last report to give you. Now then, may you remain in good health until the day you arrive at the abyss of the untapped world. And with that, he vanishes. Where he was standing is a familiar-looking card. The final D card. And with that, you get the achievement Explorer of the Untapped World if you're playing with achievements or if you whatever account that does that. Obtain the D card. I lower my gaze at to the writing of the card. Spirit Memoirs, 10-1. Hyaku Yagyo. My apologies for alarming you earlier. I was so happy to finally meet you that I asked what I shouldn't have. Who I am is just what I told you before. I am Hiro Aratama, former desk editor of OOP Arts Monthly. Many of my acquaintances, like Mr. K, are familiar with the paranormal. No blame on them, but I often got carried away. That's how I'm like this. 10-2. I always felt bad about dying. It caused trouble for the editorial department and the magazine's readers. That aside, I'm ecstatic to welcome you as a fellow explorer of the untapped world. I'd like to start out by sharing information with you on Hyaki Yagyo, what we're currently after. Do you know what Hyaki Yagyo is? It's the march of evil spirits of rivers and mountains, much like those found in ancient tales of this country. It's a piece of fiction, but the Hyaki Yagyo we're after isn't. Would you believe me if I said a large group of spirits like those you faced used to march along this island of Musashino a long time ago? 10-4. It's your right and duty to affirm everything paranormal, including my bizarre stories, as I don't have to convince you now. Back to Hyaki Yagyo. We believe at the center of the covered-up historical instance is a certain presence, has the power to create dangerous spirits. I'm sure someone has come to mind. 10-5. It's Kaguya, or more accurately, the Kaguya doll. A doll with a similar powers connected to the Mark case in H City. That was the previous game. These doll spirits are considered the core of what causes the Hyaki Yagyo. We assume a death march occurs when doll spirits gather the dead and turn them into spirits, but we don't know much about these dolls yet. 10-6. All of the families from the Edo period associated with dolls have disappeared and passed down items that were lost in the war. The only possible lead we might get is for you to ask the doll spirit directly, but you must be very careful. You'll soon reach the end of Kaguya's game. If you observe closely, you can learn new information. 10-7. That said, don't end up like me. If worst comes to worst, put your own safety first. Now, I still have much to say to you, but look how I am. Sadly, I have someplace I need to be, but thank you for keeping me company all this time. I'll tell my acquaintances about you when I get a chance. Goodbye, Kojima. Till we meet again. D-Man. So this is finally the end. The abyss of the untapped world. What's this supposed to mean? Pondering the meaning behind these words, I walk home. When I get home, I immediately head to the bathroom and take a hot shower. I can still feel that lukewarm sensation from the blood that splurted me when I cut the demon Tsukuyomi. I want to wash that off as soon as possible. That would suck being in bed and activating blood material while you're in sleeping. ... I haven't seen Kakuyu since the day she told me about the Killer Peach game. The fact that she hasn't shown up, despite the fact that I took Ami back, makes me feel uneasy. But Kakuyu's curse appeared. What's going on? Maybe Kakuya still is watching me even though I can't see her. From beyond this mirror, in the realm of the dead. That's right. Where'd that thing go? I search my drawers, shelves, and under the bed, and quickly find that. We know what you're looking for. Why are you playing the pronoun game? In the blood material vision I had, Masaru Ishimaru was holding this doll. It's definitely the same one. In that vision, Yakumo Moroku once said, "Oh, that's just junk now. Now that I'm the last successor of the Moroku family." It definitely looks like just junk. But its appearance is similar to Kakuya's. That's bugging me. I'll think about it later. I need to get up early tomorrow to go pick Ami up. I better get to sleep. Demon file updated. Summary regarding the fire at Momoe department store. Tomoko Yukiyama lost her son and husband in the fire. The arsonist was Masaru Ishimaru, Noboru Ishimaru's son. After losing his mother, turned psychopath, committed crimes, tried to resurrect his mom with the demon Tsukuyomi ritual. His father covered up incident with underworld connections. Grudges of fire victims in Yokohama. Masaru Ishimaru is gone. Alright. August 20th. Still isn't over. Nope, one more day. It's teachings of Jiguru's Jujutsu. I still have a lot to earn. Okay. Guess we're good there. Time to turn in for the night. Collapsing on the bed, I shut my eyes. A bunch of things happened tonight. Some of it's shocking. I would have sworn I was going to find myself awake for hours after shutting my eyes. But I must be exhausted. My consciousness quickly fades away. ... All right, the demon Tsukuyomi has been defeated, and our journeys through the spirit realm is almost at an end. Everything's been taken care of. Everyone's been saved. All the pieces have been put together. So the only thing left to do is to defeat Kaguya and the Kaguya doll once and for all. How will we do it? What spiritual power and words of wisdom and puzzle solving will we do to defeat the fox spirit once for all? Will we destroy her or seal her up once again? And do we deserve a happy, normal ending? We'll find out next time in the finale of Spirit Hunter NG. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.